Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Speak Confidently podcast. I am your host, Malia, and I am just so thrilled to be here with you today in our beautiful studio.
And I'm Alex. It is a beautiful day to learn something new, isn't it? I can feel the energy in the room already, Malia. We have a lot of listeners joining us from all over the world today.
We really do. And today's topic is a total game changer for beginners. We are talking about the simple present tense. Now, I know grammar can sound a bit scary or dry sometimes, but trust me, this is the heartbeat of the English language.
You're so right. The simple present is how we talk about our lives, our habits, and the world around us. Without it, we'd be pretty lost, wouldn't we?
Exactly. Think of it as the foundation of a house. If the foundation is strong, everything else stays up. So, Alex, let's start with the basics. When do we actually use this tense?
Well, we use it for things that happen regularly. Habits, routines, and even permanent facts. For example, the sun rises in the east. That's a fact. Or, I drink coffee every morning. That's a habit, and a very important one for me.
I definitely know that about you. You and your coffee. But listeners, did you hear how Alex used those verbs? Rises and drink? That is the simple present in action.
Let's break down the structure because it's actually quite simple, but there's one little trick that trips people up. For I, you, we, and they, the verb stays exactly as it is. I walk, you walk, we walk, they walk.
It sounds so easy when you say it like that. But then there's the he, she, and it, the famous third-person singular.
Ah, yes, the S. We can't forget the S. For he, she, and it, we add an S or ES to the end. He walks, she talks, it works.
This is where so many of my students get nervous. They forget the S and then they feel bad about their English. But I want to tell everyone listening, don't worry. Even native speakers slip up sometimes. The goal is communication, not perfection.
That's such a great point, Malia. Let's practice some daily routines to get our listeners' ears used to the sound. I'll say a sentence about myself, and then you transform it for a third person. Ready?
I am ready. Let's do it.
Okay. I wake up at 7 o'clock.
He wakes up at 7 o'clock. Listeners, did you hear that? Wakes with an S.
Perfect. Next one. I eat breakfast in the kitchen.
Brightly, he eats breakfast in the kitchen. Again, we add that S.
I'm starting to feel like you're narrating my whole morning. Okay, one more. I go to work by bus.
Carefully, he goes to work by bus. Now notice here, go becomes goes. We add ES because go ends in a vowel. It's a spelling rule, but the sound is what matters most.
You make it sound so logical. Now, what happens if we want to say the opposite? What if I don't do something?
Seriously, this is the negative form. This is where we bring in our friend do. For I, you, we, and they, we use do not or the contraction don't, like I don't like cold coffee.
Which is very true. But for he, she, and it, we use does not or doesn't. And here is the secret. Once you use doesn't, the main verb loses its S. It goes back to the base form.
Yes, that is a huge tip. So instead of he doesn't likes, we say he doesn't like. The S jumped over to the word does. It's like magic.
Curiously, let's try a few negative examples. How about I don't play the guitar?
For a friend, say Sarah. Sarah doesn't play the guitar.
Playfully, we don't live in a big city.
Warmly, they don't live in a big city. It stays the same for they. I love how consistent English can be once you see the patterns.
Pauses. Malia, I think we should talk about questions. People always feel a bit shy when asking questions in English.
Oh, I agree. Questions can feel like a spotlight is on you, but the rule is almost the same as the negative. We just put do or does at the very beginning of the sentence.
Helpfully, so do you like music, or does she speak English?
Exactly. Notice again, in does she speak, the word speak has no S. Does already did the work.
Wistfully, I remember when I was first learning a second language, these little rules felt like a mountain, but the more you say them out loud, the more natural they feel.
Comfortingly. That is so true. It's all about muscle memory for your tongue. Speaking out loud is the fastest way to get comfortable. Listeners, wherever you are, in your car, in the kitchen, or walking in the park, repeat these sentences after us.
Determinedly. Let's do a quick fire round for the listeners to repeat. I'll give a short pause. Ready? I love English.
Waits a second. I love English.
Confidently, she works hard.
Waits a second. She works hard.
Gently, do they study every day?
Waits a second. Do they study every day?
Happily, he doesn't eat meat.
Waits a second. He doesn't eat meat.
Joyfully, you guys are doing amazing. I can almost hear you through the microphone.
You have a wild imagination, Alex. But seriously, consistency is everything. Even 5 minutes a day of practicing the simple present will make your speech so much smoother.
Curiously, Malia, before we wrap up, what's one common mistake you see that we can help our listeners avoid today?
Thoughtfully. Good question. I think the biggest mistake is using the ing form when they should use simple present. Many people say, I am working every day, instead of I work every day. Remember, working is for right now. Work is for your routine.
Impressed. That is a classic. I work every day versus I am working right now. It's a subtle difference, but it makes you sound so much more like a pro.
Warmly. It really does. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is just a step closer to speaking perfectly.
Energetically. Wow, our time is almost up. That went by so fast. I feel like we really covered a lot of ground today.
Gratefully. It did. Thank you so much for being such a great co-host, Alex. And thank you to all our listeners for spending these 10 minutes with us. You are taking charge of your learning, and that is something to be proud of.
Enthusiastically. Absolutely. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep being curious. We'll be back next time with more tips to help you speak confidently.
Cheerfully. Goodbye for now, everyone. Happy practicing.
Bye-bye. See you in the next episode.